This is Two Wrongs Don't Make a Good Podcast.
I mean, seriously, who keeps giving these a-holes microphones?
You're not a movie guy, are you?
Like, I like movies. I haven't watched as many as most people my age.
That's fair.
Like, I've never seen a James Bond movie from start to finish.
Any of them?
No. I've never seen an Indiana Jones movie from start to finish. I've never watched Pulp Fiction from start to finish. Like, a lot of ones that you would just sort of assume somebody has seen.
That most people have seen? Huh.
Right. But I
Fair enough, then. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, and I've never actively avoided movies.
Right.
I just don't, when the time comes that I would have the free time to do something like a movie, I usually go for a TV show, a video game, music. Yeah,
That's fair. You just kind of, there's better ways to spend your time.
Yeah, I'm not anti-movie. It's a real investment.
Yes and no.
Hour and a half to 2 hours of your time, whereas like maybe I'll spend that much time playing a video game or watching a TV show, but I've also got outs.
Right, you can leave at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm a movie guy.
Okay.
And I love video games and I love TV shows. But primarily I'd say I'm a movie guy.
Right.
I went to the theater yesterday, went to the theater the day before yesterday, went to the theater on Friday. I've gone to the theater like 3-4 times this week.
You've gone to the theater more times this week than I have this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Because, well, right now is the really exciting time when all the Oscar movies are coming out.
Which is weird to me. I still don't understand how a movie gets nominated as the best movie when people haven't even seen it yet.
Well, they get sent out to the people who vote.
The people who don't matter.
Yeah, the Academy.
Who cares what a bunch of old people in suits think?
The Academy isn't all old. Like, I'll give you, most of them probably are.
Right.
But a lot of them are just like directors and actors and actresses.
This is why there's a huge disconnect between award shows, and not just the Oscars, but award shows and people who watch award shows. Because the movies that are going to win mean something completely different to the people in the industry than the people who go to see them.
That's true. Yeah.
Although there are still some like weird ones where like The Boss Baby gets nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, that was completely absurd. And they didn't nominate, like, Coco, I think, wasn't nominated, which is Pixar's big movie this year.
I think it is.
Or
I think it's. But
there was some other big movie.
I think it's in the same category.
Right. Yeah, best animated. But like, yeah,
The Emoji Movie is probably the one you're thinking of.
yeah,
Which
travesty that it wasn't nominated.
Totally
eh?
snubbed.
Oh man.
Bullshit at best.
Yeah, but I've gone and I've caught a couple of the movies.
Okay.
It's a very good year for movies.
Is it?
Yeah, like I have not had a bad theater experience yet.
Which one's your front runner?
For Best Picture,
Sure.
I think it's hard to say because I haven't seen them all. I think I've seen 5 of the 9 nominated for Best Picture.
But that's what I'm saying. That your front runner, like of
Right.
what you've seen.
Okay.
What's out in the lead?
And here's the thing, and back to that disconnect between like the Academy and Academy voters and all that and
Yeah.
people who watch is when I do like predictions, I always do what I think will win and what I think should win.
Right.
Because that's kind of how you have to do it, right?
Yeah,
It's
because
gonna-
the two are not the same.
Exactly. Like, it's going to be a very politically charged year. So I think maybe Get Out stands a better chance than it would in other years, which is Jordan Peele's movie.
Yeah, didn't it just get shut out at the Golden Globes?
Basically, but it was nominated for like 4 or 5 Oscars.
Okay.
And then I think that one has a good shot. I think Call Me By Your Name has a really good shot, which is a movie about a love affair in Italy between 2 men.
Okay.
Very, very good. That was what I saw on Monday. Yeah, I really liked it. It's very like soft.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Before.
Yeah. The Academy's gonna like it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they like those kind of things. But it was a thoroughly enjoyable movie. I really liked it. I think 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri has a great shot because
and that's one that cleaned up at the Golden Globes, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "That's bullshit."
which
Well,
leave me
'cause
alone.
Here's the thing: people can't figure out what cause they want to get behind more because, like, if Get Out had won a bunch and 3 Billboards hadn't, it's Golden Globes so male or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like, but then you've got 3 Billboards with females all over it, and that wins, and now people are like, Golden Globes so white, black guy can't win an award. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we can't. you can't give out both awards, right? You can't have, and it's a tie for first place for all the movies that have or feature minorities in them. We all win. Like, it's not not how that works. So yeah, it's just
it's a weird sort of thing, and I've learned to not care as much as I used to about them.
Oh yeah,
and
you have to.
Oscars night, my favorite night of the year.
Really?
I do not watch football or anything, but Oscars are my Super Bowl.
Okay.
You know, like I love them. It's such a fun night for me.
Yeah. And not being a movie guy, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Emmys, all that. Well, Emmys, I still don't watch them, but I care a little bit more because TV. But I really don't pay attention to all of those. For me, I'm more of a music guy. The Grammys should mean the most to me.
Yeah.
But I also know it's the same thing, right? Like the people, I think, Bruno Mars beat Kendrick Lamar for a Best Rap Album award this year.
Not Rap Album. He won Album of the Year.
I think he won the other one, too.
No, Kendrick won Best Rap Album.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure.
He beat out Kendrick for something, and that's insane.
Bruno Mars won Best Album, Best Song for 24 Karat Magic, I think.
That's not even the best song on that album.
No. Or maybe it wasn't 24. I don't know. I didn't watch the ceremony. I only kind of gave a glance at all the award winners. I know Lorde didn't win.
Or get asked to perform.
Yeah, which is
the only best
ridiculous.
artist. Yeah. See, but that's the thing. The awards have been a running joke, in my opinion, for a long time. The only reason the Grammys are even semi-relevant to me, personally, is that it is one of the best concerts of the year.
True.
They get some crazy people like working together, some huge performances. That's the only reason. But even then, in this world of the internet, it's not enough to make me watch the show live. What I did was the next morning, my wife and I opened YouTube on the television and started finding performances from the night before.
Yeah, and that's good enough usually. For me, like with the Oscars, I just really love watching it because usually I will have seen every movie that's nominated for an Oscar.
Right.
So that's like a big deal for me. Is all 10 movies nominated for Best Picture, 9 this year, Best Actress, Best Actor, and usually I'll cast my vote. And there was one year I got like 22 out of 24 categories right, and I was like, I'm going to get it this well every year. No, I haven't gotten higher than 15 since.
Oh,
that's okay. It's still not bad.
Yeah, no. As far as predictions go, it's, you got a better's odds.
Yeah.
So,
well, especially since it's like, and not to really compare it to your football betting and everything,
right?
But like football, it's 1 versus 1. Yeah. Whereas Oscars, it's one of minimum 5.
Yeah, like when I'm picking football games for my videos or whatever for my betting, I'm saying this team will beat this team, and that's not comparable to what you're doing. What would be comparable is if at the beginning of the season I was like, this team's going to win the Super Bowl out of 30 teams. That's the same as you being like, this movie's going to win out of all these
Best
movies.
Picture or whatever. And Best Actress this year is an insane category.
Really?
I think I've seen 4 of them or 3 of them because obviously there's Frances McDormand from 3 Billboards.
Right.
Who...
Really good.
Frances McDormand is amazing. Saoirse Ronan from Lady Bird, which is like Lady Bird was the big Best Director I think they won at the Golden Globes, and Lady Bird's a great movie. Greta Gerwig directed it.
Okay.
Coming of age movie. Really enjoyed it. She was great. And then there's Sally Hawkins from The Shape of Water, which is the new Guillermo del Toro movie that I saw last night.
Was some of that filmed in... Was it Canada
it's
or maybe
all
in
Canada.
Saskatchewan?
Yeah, it's all Toronto.
Oh,
unfortunately, yeah. But it's
I hate
all
how I just said it. Saskatchewan.
Yeah, you really messed up.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan. No, it's all like sound stages in Toronto, as far as I know. But like, she was great. I went into that movie last night, never having seen a trailer.
Right.
I had no idea what it was,
other than Oscar nominated.
Yeah, turns out it's about people fucking fish.
What?
Not people, person, but like There's
as long as it's not people.
Yeah,
it's just one.
But she plays a mute, and there's this one scene where she's like freaking out and like signing so frantically. And Richard Jenkins,
when he looks at me, he doesn't know how I am incomplete.
Who you might know as the father from Step Brothers, one of Dale's dad.
That movie sucks.
That movie's amazing.
That's a hill I will die on. That is a hill I will die on. People love that movie, and they are objectively wrong.
When that movie came out, I was 11. So
You were old enough to know better.
no, I was not old enough to have taste. And even then,
I
I
didn't say you were
still
old enough
think
to
it's
have
hilarious.
taste. I said you were old enough to know better.
No, it's still funny. But, okay, stepping aside from Oscars and everything for a minute, Step Brothers,
It's garbage.
not a movie you can watch alone.
It's not a movie you can watch with people.
Oh,
either.
shut up. It's a movie like when you have 5 friends
Yeah.
and you're just talking, but you put on a movie, that's when it's a great movie.
Okay.
That's pretty much all Will Ferrell movies.
So what you're saying is Step Brothers is at its best when you're not watching it.
Not
See,
when
we're
you're
in
not watching.
complete agreement.
When you're only partially watching.
No, that's too much. I can't dedicate that much of my life to it.
What do you think about Step Brothers? Let us know. Is Dalby wrong? Am I right?
What? Wait, why is that the options?
Those are the options.
It's-
Those are the only 2 options. So back to The Shape of Water.
Sure. Back to fucking fish.
It's good. It's really good.
I'm
have
not
you ever,
arguing
you ever
with
played BioShock?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first BioShock game, basically 1950s, takes place in this underwater utopia. I guess dystopia, because it's no longer a
Yeah,
utopia.
by the time you get there, it's pretty fucked up.
But it's beautiful. There are all these like neon lights and water and 1950s sort of feelings to
Vibe.
it, right? Yeah. That's what The Shape of Water feels like. Because it takes place in the 50s and it's raining the whole movie. Yeah, it just has this great BioShock feel to it.
Cool.
And as a person who has played BioShock probably 15 times,
Right.
oh yeah, it hit me in all the right places.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you catch any movies in theaters this year besides, I guess, Star Wars, which we talked about?
Star Wars, I watched Thor,
Mm-hmm.
Ragnarok this year. And that's kind of the other thing for me is movies don't generally stand out in my mind until someone mentions them. Like, honestly, I forgot about Star Wars until you said it. When you were asking me if I'd seen a movie, I was like, Thor. Thor was
Right.
really good. And then you were like, well, you saw Star Wars. I'm like, yeah, I did. Totally did. So I'm sure I saw more. Wonder Woman. I'm big on I'm a
The
comic book
superhero
geek
and- yeah.
from birth, right? So I'm big on Marvel. DC is getting better.
Are they? I didn't see Justice League.
Neither
so
did
I.
I.
don't know.
Wonder
Okay.
Woman was good. All
Yeah.
right, let's just leave it at that.
Just kind of set that down.
Yeah.
Leave it where it is. I'm sure we're gonna have some comments. Rick
Probably.
always gets a little bit upset when we talk about comic books. Rick, we don't
But-
mean to hurt your feelings, buddy.
I'm almost certain that I haven't seen any of the nominees
Mm-hmm.
for Best Picture, and I know for a fact that I may see one between now and the Oscars, but it will be completely coincidental. It's not.
That's fair.
I'm not one of those
Yeah.
guys that's like, I need to go out and find out. I need to watch these movies so that I'm better educated. I know I'm not going to watch the show. I know they're not going to give awards to the movies I actually enjoy, and that's fine, right? Thor doesn't need to win Best Picture. It just made a lot of money, and I enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
that's, same with Star Wars. It doesn't need to win an award. It's same with music for me. Like, I don't need my favorite band to win an award to justify my love of that band.
Yeah, I have
Like,
no
Post
idea.
Malone is not winning a Grammy.
He
but
got
I still
snubbed
love
this
Post
year,
Malone.
though.
Yeah.
He should have been nominated.
This is his year.
This-
Beer bongs and Bentleys.
Beer Bogs and Bentleys.
It's-
Post Malone.
Yeah. If I get a new Post Malone album and a new Tool album this year, I don't need any other album.
Okay, they come out on the same day. Which do you listen to first?
Oh, you know what? I listened to Post Malone first.
You heard it here first. No more of that sentence is what we're going to hear. Post Malone over Tool, chosen by Dalby.
Because I know I can get a Post Malone album out of the way quickly
Right.
and just be like, all right, this is good. But especially from what the band has said about the new Tool album, like none of it's going to be radio play. All the songs are super long. That's an investment. I need to, I don't want to be listening to 9-minute long Tool songs going, man, I wonder what that Post Malone album's going to sound like. I want to get that out of the way. And then the main course is
Okay.
yeah, it's like, see, and you wouldn't understand this reference because you are not morbidly obese like I am. Post Malone and Tool new albums is like you go out and you grab a bite to eat before you go to the buffet. That's
What? Like, I'm all for snacks.
yeah.
But what kind of are we talking like nuggets or are we talking a burger?
Oh, no, yeah, Nuggets. Post
okay.
Malone is Nuggets. Yeah.
And I'm sure he'd agree with that.
I think that's what
Yeah.
he's shooting for, and that's part of the charm. Did I tell you that we've put in a official request to have Post Malone on the podcast?
Yeah, we were on the phone yesterday
Yeah,
talking about it,
that's
and
right.
then I hung up, and I acted all cool on the phone.
You held it together.
I was like,
fairly
"Oh wow,
well.
yeah,
That
cool,
would be cool.
Post Malone on Two Wrongs Don't Make a Good Podcast. Yeah, that could
Yeah,
be kind of cool,
right.
And then I hung up, and I was like, "Ah!" like that sound. It was
Now, just to clarify, he's not booked. It's
No.
not even a guarantee. We've put in a request.
But if he does come on the podcast,
Yeah,
what do we talk about with him?
everything. What would be
Everything.
off limits with a guy
Would
like
we?
that?
Okay, first of all, we have to ask if he considers himself the Nuggets of music.
Yeah, write that down. That's
Okay.
the first question.
I will.
Okay.
All right. Other questions? Maybe no. We're good.
Where do you get your grills?
True. Do you
Can
get them
we
at
have
grills.ca or what website were we on?
I-
I want to order a grill.
It was not we. You
I-
were online shopping for a mouth grill, and you shouldn't.
I'm a grown man. I can do what I want with my money.
If you're spending it on grills, you're not a grown man. Especially discount grills. Because you're
Yeah.
not looking for like an actual like rap superstar set of gold diamond grills.
No.
You found one for $30?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to stain your teeth, chew up your gums. It's probably barely made out of there's definitely no gold in it.
All I'm hearing here
Yeah.
is that if I buy a $30 grill that stains up my teeth,
Yeah.
I get a permanent grill for $30.
No,
Because it's a gold grill.
no, it's
If it
definitely
stains
not
my
gold.
teeth gold,
It's yellow.
if it stains my teeth gold,
Tell you what,
all right, what?
I will pay
Mm-hmm.
myself out of pocket for aluminum foil and gold spray paint, and we can make you the most form-fitting grills known to man,
All right.
and it's probably healthier for you than
we-
the $30 bullshit you were trying to buy on the internet.
Am I going to wear the grill and then you're spray painting with them in my mouth?
That wasn't my plan, but even that is
Even
probably
that's-
better.
You will ride eternal, shiny and chrome.
than buying a $30 grill from a mysterious website with pop-ups.
Okay, just promise to buy lead-based paint.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a friend.
Of course. Yeah. We should get to our Coachella lineup while we're talking about
Yes,
music.
the Two Wrongs Don't Make a Good Festival lineup, as we sort of discussed last week, because there was a neural network. By the way, neural networks getting even crazier. Last week we were talking about a neural network of computers that created a festival lineup made up dozens of fake bands to play this fake festival. Weeks ago, we talked about a neural network that you could upload Harry Potter books to, and it wrote Harry Potter books.
So creepy.
The new thing is called deep fakes. Have you seen this yet?
No.
Deep fakes is a neural network algorithm that will let you take the face of an actor and put them into an already existing movie.
Oh, yeah. I've
So-
sort of seen that.
One of the first examples that came out when this sort of became a thing was Rogue One, which I haven't seen. I assume you have.
Yeah.
There's a scene in there with a CGI young Leia.
Right.
Right? Carrie Fisher, significantly too old to play young Leia anymore at that time, and now, of course, passed away.
Right. Well, they did it, that whole movie with Tarkin. That whole movie, every scene with Tarkin was CGI
Right.
young Tarkin, because he's been dead for 24 years.
So
Yeah.
that was exceptional CGI. Somebody basically took stills of young Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia and did it themselves using this deepfakes program. Almost indiscernible.
Creepy.
Yeah. So the next thing that people did
Yeah.
with the software was put Nick Cage in everything.
Of course they did.
Nick Cage as James Bond.
Love
Nick
it.
Cage as Indiana Jones. Nick Cage as Lois Lane in Man of Steel.
Wow. That is...
Terrifying.
Yeah.
But amazing at the same time. Like the one, it's his face on what is the actress that plays Lois Lane in the new Superman movies?
Oh, Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
It is her body, her hair, like the long sort of reddish hair,
Yeah.
but very clearly
But that's stealing the Declaration of Independence face.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And like the dialogue and everything. It's crazy.
So what you're saying
yeah.
is they took Nick Cage's face
Off. And that's what people are saying now. With this software,
Yeah.
you could put Nick Cage on John Travolta. So it's Nick Cage against Nick Cage.
No,
in
just
Face
flip
Off.
them. That would be amazing.
Make
Face Off
Travolta-
2, the exact same movie.
Just Travolta's the bad guy this
Yeah.
time. And Nick
That would
Cage
be
is,
so good.
I'm on board.
Yeah, for
So,
real. So
yes, last week we talked about the fake Coachella lineup and jokingly came up with 2 wrongs don't make a good festival lineup.
oh, it's really not good.
Yeah. So do you want to go first? You
I
seem
guess
really proud
you,
of yours.
No, you put way more effort into yours than I did.
I wrote mine in about 5 minutes. I
Yeah.
just had ideas.
I
I
wrote-
also am a big fan of fake band names, and one of the ones I have is actually recycled from a bit that I did on The Wolf like a couple years ago.
Okay.
But it works.
Well, do you want to go one each?
No, because mine, like I
Oh,
said,
yours
mine
is
is a
a-
theme.
it's a
It all
theme.
ties together.
Okay.
So.
Well, I wrote mine when you were like, "Oh, you have your band names," right before we did this.
Perfect. Okay.
So this is about 30 seconds of work.
So we said last week it was going to be a headliner, 2 opening acts.
Yeah.
Not much of a festival.
No, not really. Kind of just a concert.
Are you starting with the opener or the
No,
headliner?
I'll do the opener.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. So I tried to sort of, I tried to make a band name that I think if I saw on a lineup, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So first was Your Overdue Bills. Because would you really be shocked if that was a band that was playing Coachella this year?
No.
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 It's real hashtag relatable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I tried to go with a band that sort of has the just random shit in the name.
Okay, yeah.
That a lot of things. So Passenger Side Mirror.
I like that.
Kind of after Car Seat Headrest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
They would definitely be like a sort of pop or alternative punk band.
I was thinking more like a Death Cab for Cutie sort of
okay,
vibe
yeah,
to them.
sure.
Yeah. And then the your headliner, Toe Jelly. It's a jam band.
Oh, God. Oh, you warned me and everyone listening,
Yeah, I didn't say they were good.
and it was somehow worse.
Yeah, it was. The worst part is I wrote Toe Jelly first.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'll be the opener. That's the worst one I'm going to come up with.
And that's, you set the bar too high.
Apparently.
So mine,
All
like
right.
I said, I went with the festival idea, but again, only 3 bands. So just imagine that there are dozens of other bands in small print under this. But
Got it.
it is, first of all, would take place outside the UN headquarters in New York City.
All right.
It is all about political protests. Everything
Okay.
that's going on in the world. It's a very political themed festival. A lot of protest songs.
So bands we would see at this festival, like if they were real bands, things like Rise Against,
Yeah. What's
Anti-Flag,
the Rage Against the Machine,
Yeah.
Public Enemy,
even Green Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the opener would be Trudeau Beats,
Oh, God. All right.
and then going on second, because going on first would even that you want to be the headliner, but even going on first, you could be like, yeah, I got to warm up the crowd. No, going on second, the least important part of the show.
Yeah.
President Baby Hands.
They're not going to be around for long.
No, 3 years tops. And then the headliner, the most relevant political band of all time is Gandhi is history's greatest monster.
No comment.
No?
Wasn't he kind of not that great?
He was a horrific human being.
Really?
I don't know in real life.
Okay.
But I had this video game
Oh,
called Civilization
Right, okay.
Revolution, and
Yeah.
Gandhi was always the first world leader to shoot a nuke at somebody.
true.
So Gandhi is history's greatest monster, headlining
All right.
the festival A Politics Now.
Oh, that was better than anything. Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
Is that a movie?
Oh, jeez. And we've come full circle. Back to Gandhi.
Yes.
I remember reading something, and I probably read it on Reddit. So
Sure.
grain of salt.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Right.
That he practiced celibacy, but he would like bathe with 14-year-olds. Again, don't know how true that is.
Yikes.
Don't know if I can slander Gandhi, but you know.
Well, I just said he was history's greatest
Yeah, it's
monster.
true.
And somehow you managed to make him sound worse.
Just putting that out there.
Kudos to you.
Yeah.
To the people listening or watching, tweet at us. I'm at Dalby.
At Britt Jones Radio.
Tell us which festival you would go see, or
Feel
at the
like-
very least, which one was the least shitty.
I need a name for my festival. Because you had a
Politics
Politics
Now.
Now,
Yeah.
which is like an instant, already like that's a solid name.
Yeah.
That's like almost a band name.
Right.
So now I'm feeling like I sort of missed the memo on that one.
I just
So-
figured, here's the thing. You're a fairly creative dude, stand-up comedian, radio host, virgin. I expected you to come in like top floor stuff. So that's why I put, like,
Right.
okay, I need to come up with my bands. I need a name, a theme. I need to tie this all together because I didn't want this to be basically the opposite of what it was. Where I
Yeah.
was just like, here, one band is going to be called Meat Spoon, and the other band is going to be, like I didn't want to do. And you were just
Right.
like, well, here's my poster for my event, and yeah.
I think you sincerely overestimate the amount of effort I put into this podcast.
I don't know, man. I've seen you put a lot of effort into some pretty low quality shit posting on the
That
internet
is-
before.
That's true.
I've
Here's
seen
the-
your Tinder profile, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that for
That's
a
true.
shitty fake festival lineup gimmick for our podcast, you would have come in with slideshows and printed material.
I should have.
I expected merch.
I was at the just an iron-on T-shirt.
The Jake Paul of fake
Yeah,
festivals.
Absolutely. Link in
Buy
bio.
that merch.
Well, who wins?
That's what we need
a
to
Politics Now or Brit's Shit Fest? Let's just go with that.
The president's choice of music festivals. Right here.
That's
on Two
also a good
Wrongs.
name for a Politics Now.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah.
we are well over time.
Are we? Oh,
yeah,
geez.
but we
Sorry.
should take a second.
We should. It's always so hard to talk.
It really does bring the show down.
It really does. We should do this in the middle of the show so that there can be laughs and
The beginning started
Yeah,
off on a
started off low
strong
and-
note.
a writer from our station passed away this week.
It's never the ones you'd expect.
No, it's Theo Waite.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the one you expected.
So, Theo, a very bright, innocent young man, had a long, prosperous career and life ahead of him. Made the mistake of slandering Gandhi on the
no.
internet, and
Did he?
shock troopers showed up at his house, dragged him out into the street, and they killed him with a nuclear weapon.
It's just. You think it'll get easier, but
History's greatest monster. Anyway, that's Two Wrongs Don't Make a Good Podcast. I'm Dalby.
I'm Britt.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Two Wrongs Don't Make a Good Podcast. New episodes every Thursday on your favorite podcast app.
The video version is available at facebook.com/thewolfrocks every Friday.
Yeah, so I'm going to go now and make sure those two idiots don't get into trouble. Bye.